This video will show you how to keep kindergarten students engaged for 10 minutes. But let me back up a minute. Teaching online is hard. It's not like teaching in person. Have you noticed that no matter what you do, kids are not paying attention the same way? The tricks you use in the classroom don't seem to work online. Don't worry, you are in the right place. Yes, this video will show you how to keep kindergarten students' engagement for 10 minutes. Hold on, but my class is longer than 10 minutes. Stay to the end and I promise to show you how to increase engagement longer than 10 minutes. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is D.Scott Schwartz. I'm a former teacher, principal, and superintendent. If you're curious about my background, you can get more info in the description below. And hit like on this video. If I get 1,000 likes, I'll make a video just on my background. Great, so let's get started. You're a kindergarten teacher. You've been teaching since the shutdown and you're pulling your hair out because you have tried everything and kids are still not engaged. First, you are doing a great job. Teachers are the most unsung heroes in America, and you're not giving up, which says so much about you as a person. But you need to increase student engagement. That's why you are YouTube searching for someone to help. Well, I am here to help. I have 20 years of experience in grades K through 12. Yes, all grade levels, and I've been coaching teachers for more than 10 years. So here are the 9 elements to online teaching. I made an easy infographic of those 9 elements, and they can be screenshot at my Twitter or Instagram profile at RewardsPro. So go there, grab the easy graphic, and you got the 9 elements in your back pocket. In this video, I'm not going to go over all 9 secrets. That would take forever, and I promise to show you how to keep engagement at 10 minutes. Plus, if you stay to the end, I'll show you one trick to go beyond 10 minutes. What I will focus on is the #1 secret for online engagement. That's right, online engagement boils down to one overall secret that if you understand and can implement, you will see your students' engagement skyrocket. Before I reveal that secret, you need to make me one promise. Please track your engagement. When I do teacher observations and walkthroughs, I love seeing teachers who took notes about their class. Being aware of what is happening in your class shows true professionalism. So can you promise me you will track your engagement? To help you, I'm giving away a free engagement tracker. Just go to the description below to find out how to get that free tool. Now, the #1 secret to online engagement is creating a final product. Now sit back for a moment. This is important. Are you asking yourself, what does that mean? Good. You just became your student sitting in your class. Are you fully engaged or are you losing focus? Do you want to keep going or tune out? Probably the latter. Why is that? If you're taking notes, this is really important. The lesson objective isn't enough to keep engagement in an online class or course. Remember my hook, increase engagement in 10 minutes. Also not enough to keep kids engaged. Yes, aha moment #1 for you. It was for me when it clicked. Wait, how we teach in person does not translate to online? I went, whoa, well then what does work? So I began doing research. I couldn't sit by and watch highly effective teachers fail online. That's ridiculous. There's a formula. I just have to figure it out and coach every teacher in America. When we teach in person, we announce the lesson objective at the beginning. We all know Madeline Hunter's anticipatory set, or for many of you, the lesson hook, right? But I did that in this lesson. I started with those basic teacher techniques that have been trained for all of us for 20 years. But it doesn't work online. Ready for aha moment #2? Good. Watching through a video screen is completely different. Your students have been conditioned to only pay attention to videos that tell them from the beginning what the final product they will get. Take a moment to think about that. Let's use it in an example. If you are teaching literacy, you might be teaching the students how to read simple words and sentences. In the online class, if you try to do that without the final product attached to it, you lose them after a couple minutes. But let's attach a product to the lesson and see how engagement increases. Instead of saying the objective is to read words that start with the sound TH, let's say by the end of this week, each of you will be able to read a whole page by yourself. You will be able to show off your reading skills to your parents and grandparents. You can read a whole page by yourself. See the difference? The student in an online world needs to know from the start what they will get in the end. Now let's make it relevant to you. What will you get by the end of this video? You will get increased engagement from your students. You will be able to get their engagement for 10 minutes. Does it make sense now? Now don't panic. You don't need to rewrite all of your lesson plans. If you know me, and about 5,000 of you do, then you know that I taught 8 elements to lesson planning, and those 8 are still around, but they apply to an in-person teaching. In an online world, we need to add one more element, and the 9th element is the final product. So don't trash your lesson plans, just tweak them. Go back and look at your plans and figure out, what do the students get in the end? If you reread your plans and you still get stuck, I am going to try and help you. In the links below, there will be the Facebook group that I run. I'll be able to help individual teachers better from there. Did you know most kids are on YouTube more than any other platform on earth? Little known fact, but YouTube videos have developed a video structure for engagement. Hundreds of millions of hours of watch content follow the same structure. Think of it as community best practices. We need to think like our students. The videos that get the most consistent views, likes, and engagement are the ones that tell kids what happens at the end. Was that aha moment number 3 I heard? Say it ain't so, D. Your students are watching thousands of hours of YouTube videos ruining the mystery. That's why they tune out. If they don't know what is going on within the first 7 seconds, they are tuning out. You have 7 seconds, according to the latest YouTube research, to grab their attention. So what do you do in those 7 seconds? If you're taking notes, write this down. You have to script the first 10 seconds of class. Do not take attendance. Do not do anything else except say hello and tell them immediately what the final product will be. Then you can do your intros or hooks or anything else. From the beginning of class, they need to know what the final product will be. Remember the last example. Let's break it down. Hi kids, today in class I'm going to teach you how you can show off your reading skills to mom and dad and grandparents. You're all going to be able to read a whole page by yourself. 6 seconds. Then you can go into breaking down the activities and the lesson objectives. Does that make sense? You don't need to change your lesson objectives, your core common standards. You may not even need to change your activities, okay? All you are doing is wrapping your lesson up in a different box and bow. You did it. You learned the secret to increased online engagement. You did a great job, but I promise to show you how you can go from 10 minutes of student engagement to more. And a promise is a promise. Did you realize you have been watching for about 10 minutes? Did you feel bored? Did you realize it was that long? No. I don't know if you noticed, but I told you the final product in the first 2 seconds of this video. Rewatch the whole thing. Take notes. Use me as a model for your online teaching. But how do you get more than 10 minutes? Here's a little trick I saw a teacher do recently that made me say, hey, that is really cool. This technique can also be used for formative assessment online. You know the digital hand raiser? You know, the one that students can click in the Zoom or other platforms? They can press an icon and it alerts the teacher they have a question. Well, most teachers do not use this icon during class. We have to stop thinking like we are back in school. We are in an online environment now, so we just need to think differently. Use that icon to your advantage. Let me use it in an example. In the reading example, the final product was kids could read a whole page by themselves. If you're taking notes, write this down. The next thing you do is ask this question. Hit the hand icon if you want to learn how to read a whole page on your own. Hopefully, this is aha moment number 4. You're getting it, right? That hand icon is your check for understanding. In the online class, you cannot walk around the room. You can't see their eyes. You can't tell if they are paying attention. That hand icon tells you who heard you, it tells you who understood the question, and it also tells you who is with you. It also tells you who isn't with you. That's why I wanted you to promise me you would track your engagement. Investigating why students are not raising their hand will give you insights that you wouldn't know before. Do they have trouble with technology? Are they not paying attention? Or did they not understand what you said? Remember that language barriers can be an issue, as well as special needs modifications that maybe need to be addressed. But you won't know this unless you do a little trick for this lesson. Collect your data, then use it to better understand your students. I can't thank you enough for your engagement with me on YouTube. I'm beyond excited to pursue my dream of training every teacher in America. I'm going to fully disrupt the professional development model we have. One and done workshops suck. We all know that. I will be posting a ton more videos about teaching in an online world. If you want to get notified when I post a new video, then subscribe and hit the notification button. It's easy to do, and it will make learning online easy as well. If you had an aha moment during this video, the biggest thanks you can give me is to share this with every teacher in your school. We're all in this together. If you had an aha moment, share that with your colleagues. When I got that aha moment, I had to share it with you. If we all work together, we will master this situation just like we handle everything else, with professional class and dignity. It took me all of September to figure out this one secret. But once it clicked, I said, I need to let every teacher in America know. So thank you, and keep up the great work.